Okay, VC, I gonna open one more video here. I gonna talk a little bit about these horseflies, which have been prevalent down here. We've run into them in a lot of different places. I'll upload a little video and a photo of one of them that I killed. I have to say, I'm delighted with the results of barricading their nest, which I really hadn't realized. We've been here, I guess, just one night. No, last night was the second night. So today's Saturday, the 20th, and we're still on Chiloe. We're just south of the city of Castro, which is the biggest city on the island of Chiloe. And it's really lovely. I'll add some video to show where we're at. And but it turns out there was a nest in the gutter right here on our deck. And so what I did was plug it up with some paper towels. There's Susan is here. Yes, we're about to embark on a secret mission, but yeah, more to follow on that. At any rate, yeah, nothing too secret. Yeah, like, I don't know. What are we doing?
We're going through the forest, the Parque Nacional, and we're going to a town called Conchi and visiting a lot of places. So
there you go.
Enjoy.
Susan has made the arrangements. So we're about to drive out, but just to catch up, yeah, that stuffing that nest entry turned out to be a great thing. So the horseflies have been showing up regularly trying to get in. And here's the thing. Before, they would show up and maybe they would come and go, but they would also really be concerned and aggressive in trying to bite us. And I've been bit now by 2 of them, so I know what that feels like. It's not terrible, and it's not toxic, it's not inflammatory, but it's a insect bite, and yeah, no, it hurts. I didn't like it. And so, you know, I feel it's acceptable to have kind of declared war on these little bastards. And what's happened is they're hard to kill when they come after you, but when they come here to go in their little hive and they find it blocked, what they do is they kind of buzz around and then they land, and then they are an easy target. And so, yeah, I've become a horsefly killer. They need to fear me. I have, yeah, me and horseflies. So,
I thank him for that.
My spouse will confirm. Yeah. So the horseflies, and I don't know. Like I said, I probably killed 12, maybe 15 of them now. And this nest, I don't know how big it is, but it's not hundreds. It's not hundreds. It's maybe a couple dozen. And so the horsefly issue here on our deck largely resolved. So with that, I'm going to show you a few short videos and then I'll get into the records.
I don't know if you can see this very well. I blocked the entrance to a horsefly nest here. These are huge flies, and they're trying to get in back into their nest here on our little deck, and they're frustrated. But they're ignoring us. Other places they swarm us, but here with that blocked, all they're concerned about is getting back in. So that has been one thing we've encountered here, are these enormous horseflies, and torturing them a bit on their own property right
Oh, mocha. No, come. Oh, come. She didn't seem to want any part of it.
There she is.
No. Mocha said no. Hey, just wanted to demonstrate another kind of hazard we've encountered here in Chile. The decking is always like this. Like there's maybe an inch between the 2x4s, and then you have chairs like this a lot of places that are narrower than an inch. So it creates, are you showing that? Mm-hmm. It creates a hazard that I'm going to demonstrate now. Whoop! Yeah! So be careful. Ooh. Okay, here's the record review. These were all bought in Castro yesterday. Oh, look at that hand. Oh, gigantic. Sorry for that. So, at any rate, these were all bought in Castro yesterday. I haven't been able to find a used record facility or sales place here on Chiloe Island, but I have found a place that I bought some new records, and these were actually pretty reasonably. These were all sealed. This was in the mall here. First I'm going to show Gilberto Gil, a Brazilian singer-songwriter from the late 60s, and through a long career, actually served as ambassador from Brazil at a certain point, or as some kind of a government representative. So, you know, as is common here in Latin America and very different than in the United States, artists, writers, musicians tend to hold positions of great honor within their society, and oftentimes government positions. It's very cool. So it seems like it's less about making a political donation, perhaps, is maybe the main qualification in the United States. I don't know. At any rate, this is a repressing from France of this record, which came out in 1971. I don't have any of his records, and again, I've sworn or vowed or tried to find some South American acts. This gentleman fits that description, and I'm going to follow up with more of his records when I get home. This is a record I think many of you know. Whoops, got the, well, okay. And this is Riding with the King by Eric Clapton. This is a repressing, an Argentinian repressing, and this is an authentic Argentinian repressing. It's on colored vinyl, gray vinyl, which makes it relatively rare. This was sealed. I paid, I think, $30 for that. That was the most expensive record I bought. They had a bunch that were on sale for half price, and this was one of those. So this I bought for $17. This is a four-sided 2 LP version of Black Tie, White Noise by David Bowie. Came out in the early 90s, and this is a repressing again from, this is a German repressing from 2021. Yeah, the original record, 1993. It's interesting. It's one that I did not have a vinyl copy of, so I was happy to find that. $17, are you kidding me? Here's an interesting one, Doors record, and this is a legitimate pressing. It's on Elektra, or at least the label says Elektra. This is an Argentinian pressing, and a number of these, this is the third one I've bought now that has a big, really a big insert pamphlet that has a lot of information and photos. I will say the information is all in Spanish, so my Spanish, mi español es un poco pobre. So there was a time when I might have been able to read Spanish, but these days no. But cool record. This is the Doors live at the Hollywood Bowl 1968. It's a great song set. Looking at it, finishes with the end. The whole fourth side is the end. That's got to be worth hearing, and haven't heard it. And this one I think hasn't been released in the States. Some of these I may get this wrong, and I apologize because I looked everything up, but I think that may not be available as a U.S. press. This is a recent repressing of the Talking Heads' Remain in Light. This is again an Argentinian pressing. It again has a full-on, booklet in Spanish. Very cool record. And look at this, Vinilos Colección de Vinilos de Colección. And this is the talking. I remember when this came out. I bought this when it came out. Very excited to get it on the heels of what was the one that came before? There was, I'm blanking. Somebody tell me. At any rate, this came out in about 81, maybe 1980. Yeah, 1980. And I bought this. I was a sophomore in college, and I had their first 3 albums at that point and really had become very excited. This one didn't disappoint. It's a little bit of a different direction. I think there was a little bit of contentiousness in the band and with Brian Eno as they made this record. But it's very interesting. They, of course, introduced their concept of I don't know what you'd call it, tribal music, very African influenced, which had started with I Zimbra on the prior record, and then really this whole album really was kind of influenced by that, and very interesting and unique, and still to be duplicated, I don't think. So those were some cool records, and this was, by the way, what did they pay for that? $10. $10? Are you kidding me, for the Talking Heads? And it was 15 for the Doors double album, and it was only 17 for the David Bowie. These were on sale. Here's the last 3 I got. These are all bootlegs, and these look very authentic. These are Argentinian bootlegs. This one is, at least. This is a record that's not otherwise available. This is the only pressing. It came out in Mexico prior to this as a DVD, and this is the only vinyl pressing. Eric Clapton with friends in Japan, and he's got Mark Knopfler and Elton John playing with him. Can't wait to hear that. I like Oasis, and I do not own a single Oasis record until this one. And this again is a bootleg. This was only $7.50, as was the Eric Clapton, $7.50. These were all cheap and fully sealed, in beautiful condition. And even though it says it's a bootleg, it does not look like a bootleg. I mean, it's got, first of all, it's got a price code. It's also got an authentic label designation, and it's like 180 gram pressing, so it's not cheap bootleg. And then this one, this is green vinyl, also a bootleg. This is Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Apparently it says Crazy Horse, but actually the Discogs description is that it's mostly acoustic, so I'll find out when I play it. It's got one song with Pearl Jam. This was recorded originally in 1994. That's the date of the concert. The record came out in 2017. This is actually a European pressing, but again, cool record. And I paid, looks like $12, $13 for that record. So that was kind of the way things shaped up here. We've been doing a lot of other stuff. I think you're keeping up with that. And here one more time, would you like to say?
I think it's time to go venture out in Chile.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm delinquent and we're overdue. So
yeah.
Until next time, the doctor is out.